And so with heavy metal, like now we're gonna switch to magazines. Like, is their magazine pitch different for? Because it's kind of journalism. It's kind of like comic books. How would you kind of describe the difference? Is there a difference for like a pitch for heavy metal?
Yeah, I think so. Well, in that case, we're working with short stories. They're between 4 pages and I think 14 pages in length, which is quite a big difference between the different lengths. But the different length stories are equally desirable because we're creating kind of a puzzle or mosaic each issue, right? And we can move them around. So a story might be in one issue or a different issue based on how many pages are left free in that particular issue, and they can sort of decide which works better in what position in the magazine in terms of page count, what works better at the beginning, the end, stuff like that. But for the pitching process, I would say it's all a lot briefer for a short story. I actually just I made a decision about what I thought a good pitch would be. And I created this block of information and I started sending it out to people.
Yes.
And I said, can you just please follow this? Because that's going to be the easiest for us. And it's basically not going to be more than a page of information, but it's very specific. It has like headings.
That's amazing. I love that.
And I said, if you can do this and you can provide, for that you also do want art samples and stuff, even if it's not for that story, but just to show what the artist can do. And if you have that block of information in the artwork, that's going to be your quick pitch, and you're going to be able to keep things moving. I think for magazine pitches, creators need to be a little more flexible and have even more of them, because you could come up with a lot of great stories, but they don't quite fit with what the company's looking for at that exact moment. So you want to have some different options. So if you want to put together a pitch for heavy metal, I'd say put together 3, have some different ones, and then you might end up getting the one you didn't expect to get picked up, like that one that you thought was an outlier or something like that.
It just happened to me. I pitched 3 things, and then I was like, oh, they're never going to pick number 3. And lo and behold, they're like, number 3. And I was like, oh, of course.
For that reason, and I've heard other people say this, it seems like it's a no-brainer, but please remember this. Never pitch something you do not actually want to do.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely,
the editors believe that you mean that when you put that pitch to them. And you better be, if you get a professional opportunity, and you should take it, and that means you're going to have to do that project. So
you have to believe in it, and you have to be passionate about it. And you're like, oh, I shouldn't have just came up with that in 2 seconds and sent it off. I was like, I should have resonated on that, because now I got to live with it for a while.
Yeah, you're going to have to meet those challenges. Like if you're an artist writer who does both, and you don't pitch something where there's stuff in there you don't want to draw, right?
You're like, wait, no, what have I done? No, take your time and fully flesh it out. I think that's really important, and make sure to be passionate about it, but make sure to know what you want and go after it.
Yeah. I mean, you get these shots in comics and you really got to take them when they open, and it's hard to tell when it's going to happen. With several jobs that I've had, I've put forward that I was interested in a certain kind of work or project, and then I don't hear for ages, and I assume it's not going to happen. Totally forget about it, and then at a really inconvenient time, someone comes back to me and offers me that gig.
and no, I had just taken another job.
Right, and there might be hard times where you have to turn down for that reason. Yeah. But most commonly among creators, and myself too, I sit down and have a really hard think about my entire logistics of my life and whether I could possibly still do this thing that I want to do. Maybe shift some stuff around and see if I could accommodate it. I guess be prepared for anything you've pitched to or shown interest in, you think is dead and gone, might come back someday.
Yeah.
So
always, that's life. It's kind of cyclical. It kind of, you never know what's going to come back and be the next project or be the next thing you want to work on.
And could end up being the biggest thing of your career. You just don't know yet.
Yeah, exactly.